Hi everyone, welcome to my class. We're going to be doing a quick leg stretching session. So stretching our quads, the front of our thighs, down our hamstrings, the back of our thighs, our calves, our shins, our ankles, and even a little bit into our hips. So it's a good all-round stretch, particularly if you've just been for a cycle or a long run, or if you've been sitting on the sofa and everything in your lower body feels a little bit stiff. This is a great little session to do. We're going to start cross-legged. So if this is comfy for you, or you can sit up on blankets, cushions, anything you've got around you, or there's always the option to extend your legs forwards if this feels too tight for your hips. Closing down your eyes, bring a gentle smile to your face, the corners of your lips turning up towards your eyes, and take a couple of deep breaths. Just starting to draw your attention within the four corners of your mat. The next 20 minutes or so, leaving everything else behind. Take an inhale, roll your shoulders up towards your ears. Exhaling as you roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, roll your shoulders up, squeeze them up high. Exhale, squeezing your shoulder blades together as you bring them back and down. Inhale, one more time, roll your shoulders up. Exhale, roll them down, letting them soften into whatever is a natural position for you. For some of us, that's quite far forward, some of us quite far back, some of us almost in line with your collarbones, wherever feels normal for your body. Take an inhale, lift through the crown of your head, sit a little bit taller, and on your exhale, gently hug your belly button back and up, supporting your spine in this extended position. Inhale, sit a little bit taller. Exhale, that gentle core activation to hold yourself here. Inhale, find even more length as you circle your arms up and wide and then overhead, reaching up through your fingertips. Exhale, palms come together down in front of your chest. Gently squeeze your palms together as you bring them down. Inhale, reach your arms up and high, up overhead. Exhale as your palms come together, drawing them down towards your chest. Then continue to bring your hands down, eventually placing them to the floor in front of your feet, rolling over to hands and knees. Taking your time, whatever adjustments, movements you need to bring yourself here. Your knees hip distance apart, don't worry about your hands for now. Point your toes behind you and then just sit back to your heels, coming into a child's pose. Even this can be a little intense for some people on your legs and your hips, so feel free to keep your hips a little higher, or maybe bring a blanket between your thighs and your calves to ease that stretch through your knees. Take an inhale, walk your fingers as far forwards as you can. On your exhale, really pull your hips back towards your heels or towards the back of your mat, finding more of a stretch through the back of your body. Inhale, come up onto your fingertips, lifting your palms from the floor. Exhale, can you roll your shoulders away from your ears? Keep pulling your hips back, finding that stretch through your back. Next inhale, slowly slide your fingertips back towards you, lifting your head and your chest up. Your legs stay as they are, your fingertips continue to trace back until they come behind your feet. Start to lift your chest, but let your hips keep coming back until you feel a stretch just through the front of your thighs, through your quads. Keep this quite gentle, we'll be coming back to this pose, so you don't need to go as far as you can right now. Inhale, start to lift back up through the center. Bring your fingers forwards to the top of your mat, then place your hands down, hips lift, hands and knees, or your tabletop position. Hands are shoulder width apart, spread your fingers wide enough that you can see a bit of mat between each finger. Take an inhale, your belly lowers down, your chest lifts. Exhale to press the floor away, rounding through your back. Really hug your chin in towards your chest, rounding as much as you can. Inhale, belly down, chest lifts. Your own breath as we move through our cat-cows. Press the floor away, chin towards your chest, gaze to your belly button. Inhale, belly down, chest lifts. Exhale, round through your your back. Press down through your fingers, the base of your fingers, the base of your palm. Strong, stable base through your hands and your legs. Inhale, chest lift. Exhale, rounding, coming back to that cow pose. Inhale, chest lifts, belly lowers down, last one. On your exhale, tuck your toes. As you round your back, start to send your hips high. Our first downward facing dog. Bending one knee, then the other knee, starting to stretch out through the backs of each leg. Sinking one heel at a time down towards the ground. This is a pose we do so often in yoga, and it's actually a really good stretch in itself for the backs of your legs. I always feel it in my calves, but maybe you feel it towards the backs of your knees, maybe the backs of your thighs. Everyone's different. But bring a little bit of awareness to where you feel it, and just to how your legs feel at the start of this session. So you can bring a little bit of comparison later on. Bringing your legs to a rest. Inhale, come high onto your tiptoes. Exhale, squeeze your heels towards the ground. Inhale, lift onto your tiptoes, bend your knees, look to the top of the mat, then just simply tiptoe your feet forwards to the top to meet your hands. Inhale, lift up, flat back. Exhale, bend your knees as you come forwards over your legs. Inhale, sweep your arms up and high, reach up overhead. Exhale, palms come together down in front of your chest. Inhale, reach up to the ceiling. Exhale, knees can bend as you fold forwards over your legs. Inhale, flat back, halfway lift. Exhale, fold forwards again, fingertips towards the floor. Inhale, sweep your arms up, really reach up and out through your fingertips. Exhale, palms together in front of your chest, that gentle activation between your hands. A little different this time. Inhale, reach your hands up. As you do, step your left foot to the outside of your right. Exhale, squeeze your thighs together as you come down. Your hands don't have to come all the way to the floor. They can stay at a hover. Maybe they come down. Inhale, lift up halfway wherever you are. Exhale, fold again over your legs. Press down through your big toes. Inhale, ground down through your feet as you rise up through your body. Exhale, hands come together in front of your chest as you step that left foot back. Inhale, hands reach up, same the other way, right foot steps to the outside of your left. Exhale, fold forwards over your legs, hands towards the floor, but don't worry if they don't reach. Inhale, flat back, lift up. Exhale, fold as you squeeze your thighs together. Ground down through your big toes, inhale to rise up. Exhale, palms come together, step that right foot back to the opposite side, hands in front of your chest. Inhale, reach up again to the ceiling, lift your gaze as you do. Exhale, fold forwards over your legs, fingertips towards the floor, bend your knees as much as you need. Inhale, fingertips to your shins, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the floor, step your right foot back, then step your left back to meet it. Drop your knees to the ground, bend your elbows, but keep them close to your body as your chest and chin come down. Inhale, belly to the floor, lift your chest, cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes, press through hands and knees, then send your hips high, downward facing dog. Your feet are hip distance apart, pedal your legs. Again, notice how your legs feel. Although we need to focus on our whole body, today's more about our lower body, our legs, so bring a little bit more attention to that. Legs come to a rest. Inhale, up to your tiptoes. Exhale, heels squeeze down. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that right foot through between your hands. Left knee drops down to the ground, untuck those toes, sweep your arms up, low lunge, inhale. Exhale, can you bring your hips a little further forwards, but that right knee stays stacked over your ankle. Inhale, lift your gaze to your fingers. Exhale, start to straighten your right leg as your hands come down. Lift the ball of that right foot up. Your foot is flexed. Inhale, right foot to the ground, reach up high, low lunge. Exhale, same again. Your hands come down and forwards as you peel that right foot up. Inhale, chest leads forwards, reach up into the air. Lift your gaze as well if you have balance. Exhale, straighten that right leg. Press forwards through your heels, so there's strength and flexibility in this front leg. This is your half splits. Inhale, come forwards, reach up, low lunge. Exhale, draw your arms down either side of your body. Right hand comes to your right thigh. You can stay here working on that forward motion of your hips. Or if you're okay with your back knee, bend that left knee, reaching back with your left hand, maybe taking hold of it. Take an inhale, sit tall, crown of your head reaches up. Exhale, maybe you can shift your hips forward, squeezing that heel closer towards your sitting bones. Release the grip if you have hold of your foot. Then slowly release that left leg down as you reach your left arm and your right arm up overhead. Low lunge. On an exhale, hands come down, frame your right foot, left toes tuck. Lift that knee, press the floor away as you step your right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale up to your tiptoes. Exhale, heels squeeze down. Inhale, left leg sweeps up, three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot through between your hands. Right knee to the ground, untuck your right toes, sweep your arms up. Low lunge, inhale. Exhale, can you sink your hips a little further towards the ground? Inhale, gaze lift. Exhale, straighten that left leg, hands come down, flex your left foot as you peel the ball of your foot off the ground. Inhale, come forwards, left knee bends, reach up. Exhale, straighten your left leg as your hands come down. Inhale, come forwards, low lunge, lift your gaze again. Exhale, straighten your left leg, press your heel forwards. So all of these big stretches in our legs, use your strength to help find them. Press forwards through your heel, point back through your toes. Inhale, come forwards, low lunge, reach up. Exhale, arms come down either side of your body. Left hand to your left thigh, you can hold here. Maybe start to bend that right knee, taking hold of your foot with your hand. Inhale, crown of your head lifts up. Exhale, shifting forwards, finding more of a quad stretch, more of a stretch through the front of that right thigh. Release your foot, slowly bring it down. Inhale, both arms reach up overhead. Exhale, frame your left foot, tuck your right toes, lift that back knee and press the floor away, finding your way back. Downward facing dog. Pedal your legs. How do they feel? Any looser, maybe even tighter? Everyone's different. Check in with your muscles. And then legs come to a rest. Inhale, come high on your tiptoes. Exhale, heels squeeze down. Inhale up to your tiptoes, bend your knees, look to the top of the mat, step, jump, float your way forwards, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold again over your legs. This time, shuffle your feet at least hip distance apart. Then your choice, hands to the backs of your legs, or maybe take hold of your big toes with your first two fingers. Take an inhale, lift up halfway from wherever you are. On your exhale, bring a little attention to the backs of your legs. So try and lengthen through your knees, lifting through your kneecaps to find more length. Inhale, find space. This time on your exhale, can you tilt your hips? So you're actually trying to turn your sitting bones, that bony part of your bum, up a little higher. Inhale, find length. Exhale, that length through the backs of your legs, and then your upper body can come down. Inhale, space, relax your legs a little. Exhale, fold as you lift your hips up high into the air. Inhale, release any binds, come up halfway, flat backs. Exhale, hands to the floor, knees can bend, step back to your plank. Drop your knees to the ground, sit back to your heels. Come into your child's pose once again. Inhale, walk your fingertips forwards as far as you can. Exhale, draw your hips back, finding that stretch through the back of your body. Inhale, come up onto your fingertips, lift your palms. Exhale, roll your shoulders away from your ears as your forehead melts towards the ground. Inhale, start to trace the floor. You're bringing your fingers back towards your knees, then tracing either side of the mat as you bring your hands behind you. I'll shuffle forwards a little bit so it's easier to see. Keep your shins and your knees down as you continue to release your back towards the ground. You can bend your elbows, simply bringing yourself down that way. Maybe if you feel quite open, quite loose in your thighs, you can come down onto your forearms. If you feel comfortable here, the third option is to bring your head, maybe your back down, but try and keep your shins grounded to the floor. Just come to wherever you feel comfortable. This is quite intense for some of us, so take it easy. Inhale through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. Inhale. Exhale to release. Inhale, come back to your hands if you're down on your head or your forearms. Slowly, slowly walk your hands forwards. Come back to that child's pose again. Forehead rest down, keep your arms really relaxed this time. Just take a moment here, stretching the opposite way through your lower back. And then on an inhale, lift your hips. Come up to hands and knees, cross your ankles, shift your hips back, come into a seated position. Legs in front of you, knees bent. Take hold of the opposite elbows under your legs and rest your forehead forward towards your knees. A couple of slow breaths. And then just lift your head ever so slightly. Your choice, you can stay here really relaxed, or you can start to heel walk your feet forwards, bringing a bit more of a stretch to the backs of your legs, but try and keep the front of your body close to your thighs. Keep that nice hug of your legs, like you're giving yourself a nice hug. Forehead rests forwards, your head nice and relaxed. And take an inhale, lift your head once again. Shuffling your heels back, bringing them as close towards you as is comfortable. Then release your arms from under your legs and let your knees fall out to the side. The soles of your feet come together in front of you. Squeeze your heels together. So often when we're kids, we're taught that you can press your knees down to open up your hips in this pose, but we're going to try and use a bit more strength. So squeeze your heels together, starting to activate through those muscles in your legs to help open up your hips, finding a stretch through your inner thighs. Take an inhale, sit tall, crown of your head towards the ceiling. Exhale, imagine your chest is coming towards that gap in your feet. You're keeping your back nice and straight. This can be quite frustrating because you don't come down as far, but try and keep your gaze slightly lifted, your back nice and flat. Inhale, lift up from wherever you are. Exhale, the same again, your chest towards that gap in your feet. Keep squeezing your heels together, opening up your hips. Inhale, lift up, crown of your head towards the ceiling.
Exhale this time. Bring the crown of your head towards that gap in your feet. This can be a little more satisfying. Normally you can come a little further down. Inhale, find space, lift up. Exhale, moving into that space as you fold forwards once again, crown of the head towards your toes. Inhale, lift up to seated. Exhale, hands to the outside of your legs as you push your knees together. Look back behind you and check there's room to lie back. Then reaching your hands forwards, slowly, slowly bring your way down to the ground. Your lower back, your middle back, your upper back, and finally your head resting down. Knees come in towards your chest, wrap your arms around your legs and rock from side to side, releasing any tension through your back. And then coming back to a steady, still position. Switch the bind of your hands, so you take hold of the backs of your thighs, then take your knees a little wider, almost as though you're pulling them towards your armpits. Start to lift your heels so they stack above your knees and flex your feet so your toes point down towards you. Your choice, you can stay here, or if it's available, take hold of the outside of each foot. Again, continuing that sensation, that feeling of guiding your knees in towards your armpits, your thighs towards your body. Rocking again from side to side. Stretching a little bit more into our hips for this last stretch before we find our relaxation. And bringing your body to rest once again. Slowly release your feet if you have hold. Bring your knees back towards your chest, forehead towards your knees. Give yourself a big squeeze, a big hug. Release your head back down first, then bring your feet to the floor wider than your hips. You can let your knees fall in towards each other, finding your final relaxation pose here, or if it feels comfortable, straighten both legs. But again, have your feet wider than your hips. Palms facing up either side of your body or palms facing down on your belly. Close down your eyes. Take an inhale through your nose. Sigh it out through your mouth. Deep inhale. Let it go, exhale. For the next few moments, letting your whole body relax. Your toes, your ankles, your hips, your shoulders, your jaw, everything's soft. Starting to take a few deeper breaths. And as you deepen your breath, invite some movement back to your fingers and your toes. Exaggerating those movements as you circle your wrists and your ankles. And when you're ready, reach both arms up overhead, stretch up through your fingers, down through your toes. Like it's first thing in the morning, you're taking a long body stretch. And slowly, slowly, knees come towards your chest, wrap your arms around your legs, give yourself one last big squeeze. Then rolling over to either the left or the right, whichever feels more natural to you, maybe whichever you have some more space. Using your hands, press yourself back to that comfortable seat, cross-legged or legs extended forwards on your mat. Eyes stay closed or close them down again if they've opened. Take an inhale, roll your shoulders to your ears, ending how we began. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, roll your shoulders up. Exhale, roll them down. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead, stretch up through your fingertips. Exhale, palms come together, down in front of your chest. Gently squeeze your palms together. Rub your hands together to generate some heat, some warmth. Then place your hands over your eyes and your face, taking that warmth and energy with you for the rest of your day. Namaste, thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed your quick stretch. Come back for more.